guys and girls, thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. We have this stream every Saturday nights, and it is the weekly gaming news. Normally, it's the weekly gaming news of the week, you guys. Every Saturday night, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But tonight is a very special night. You guys don't even know what you have ahead of you. This is gonna be a stream that you're gonna want to check out if you are looking for a Halo Xbox Series X or a Series X or a PS5 or even a Nintendo Switch OLED. You guys, we got Stock Tracker in the house, man. One of the biggest restock trackers on Twitter today. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm getting a little bit starstruck. You don't even know. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna give you a shout out in a little bit. Let's go! All right, you guys, we got Stock Tracker live with us, and without further ado, we're gonna get to him right now. I hope he stayed with me. I hope he wasn't scared away by my crazy intro. I'm excited, you guys. I'm fanboying. I'm fanboying right now because Stock Tracker is literally one of the Twitter accounts that I freaking love. Okay, in a bro way. In a bro way. So Stock Tracker, man. You have what? How many, dude? You have like 70,000 followers on Twitter.
Yeah, something like that. It's still kind of it's still kind of weird to me. I was never like a social media person. So yeah, it's pretty weird. Yeah, yeah, 80 something. Jesus. See. I
Man,
just spend a lot of time talking to people. Like that's what I really enjoy, is like that's what I love about your place here too, is just like it's a bunch of gamers getting together,
yeah,
So
yeah,
it still kind of blows my mind that, we're this far into restocks and everything like that.
yeah.
And yeah, it keeps going, man. We're still here.
It's crazy, dude. Can I think I know this wasn't part of the interview, but can I ask you um when did you like blow up on Twitter?
I think it took a while.
Okay.
It was pretty gradual. But it just, I mean, my thing was just always like, as a community, people will come up with so many different tips, and if I could ever like help share those tips quickly or kind of coach people through it, like I got a kick out of that. That's what I really enjoyed. So I don't really know. I felt like it was really gradual. It took forever. Like when I got to 2,000 followers, I was like not even sure. I didn't even know what to do with myself. There was a point when I got to that too, where I was like, this is big. Like I have, this many people kind of trusting in me, and I never want to let them down. And I was like, wow, that's a big responsibility. So to be at this point, it definitely took time, but it seems like that time went by pretty damn quickly.
Right. And I kind of like, guys, let me tell you something, okay? And his link to his Twitter is in the description down below. But one of the things that gravitated myself towards Stock Tracker and Killer Cam and Jake Randall, Matt Swider, the thing that gravitated myself towards them, like I was I would tag them in every tweet I could, like ever, like starting back in December, and they had so many people trying to get their attention. But what gravitated myself towards them is that like I knew right away, you guys, that these accounts, okay, these accounts that I follow on Twitter and they follow me back, I trust them. I knew right away that these accounts were the ones that really do care about their followers. Man, Stock Tracker is one of those accounts, you guys. He cares about helping others. This is what makes them a lot different than a lot of other tracking accounts. And so again, I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you so much, my dude. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna, I might tear up a little bit, and I'm sorry, you guys. I get emotional
I
because
might too, man.
you might too. You might too. I tear up, man, because like Matt
Yeah, I feel it.
Swider, Killer Cam, Stock Tracker, you guys, they they followed me like just out of nowhere, and I was like, what the fudge? I was like, I'm literally nobody. I am nobody, but these accounts have helped so many people secure their PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch OLED that I felt it an honor that they followed me. And to icing on the cake, Stock Tracker like messaged me on Twitter, and he was like, "Hey man, I want to come on. I want to come on your stream." And I was like, "What the? I'm nobody, man." So I'm freaking out. I'm still, you know, I'm a little bit nervous, interviewing you, man. But I appreciate you so much for being here.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I love being here. And like, no, I think it was just one of those days, like long, busy restock day. And it was hella chill just jumping by your stream and just getting to catch up with everybody, you know, because it takes a lot of work to do, you know, not just what trackers do, but especially what the people who are trying to get the consoles have to do. Like, I feel for you guys every single day. Um, and so that's why I feel really passionate about it, because I know that so many people out there are putting in the work to try to make this happen. And just getting to jump in your stream, man, where people were just catching up or decompressing, like I felt like that was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, it's awesome to be here. I appreciate you having me for real.
Oh, awesome, man. Thank you for so much for being here. Thank you to the latest subscriber, Woody Bros 2. Welcome to the One Video Game Dude crew. And I said it once and I'll say it again. I know the channel is called One Video Game Dude, but it is our channel, not only mine. Okay, you guys are a big part of the reason I still do this. So thank you so much. And also a huge shout out to Jay Bay, who super chatted 3 days ago. 4.99, guys, never feel pressured to super chat. Okay, I do this because I want to do it, but the super chatters are a big reason why me and Killer Cam 1020 are giving away a Halo Xbox. So if you're interested in winning one, it's in the description, right down below. Jason Bourne with the $10 super chat. Bro, you don't have to do all that, man. You don't have to do all that, dude. Hold up. Jason Bourne has been a
The message here,
huge supporter of the channel, man. And I just need,
Sega for life.
yeah, man. If it wasn't for people like Jason Bourne, Al Bundy, and all the super chatters, I literally would not be here giving away a Halo Xbox. So, Jason Bourne, thank you so much for the super chat, my dude. You don't have to do all that, man. You don't have to do all that, man. But it's going back to giveaways. Speaking of giveaways, I'm giving away one during this stream, you guys. So, for those of you who are just entering right now or entering the stream, the way to win it is the next tweet that I tweet out. If you can please retweet it, and you guys will be winners of a $25 gift card to GameStop. It's an online gift card. And please give a chance to someone else to win it. If you've already won, please give a chance to someone else. But thank you, Jason Bourne, for the $10 super chat. Jason Bourne says Xbox is trash, Nintendo is trash, Sega for life. Okay. Your opinions, everybody's opinion will always be welcome here. So, Jason Bourne, thank you for that.
Stickball for life, man. Stickball for life.
Oh, stickball?
You get a stick and a ball, man, and you go to town.
Yeah, man, I hear you, dude. So, oh my god, I'm freaking out right now because I'm a little bit nervous, you guys. Stock Tracker is a big person on Twitter, so make sure you're following him. His Twitter account is in the description. But Stock Tracker, can I just ask you something really quick, my dude?
Yeah.
The first thing I wanted to ask you about, and we're all kind of wondering about this, is so Target is okay. This is something that I've been open about with people who watch me. Target dropped
Yeah.
right on Wednesday, but the thing is, only in some areas. Now, am I incorrect in saying that? Like, what was it only some areas that dropped, like for
That's
Target
right.
PS5?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and there was a big difference too in terms of like if stores did have stock, how much stock they actually had. So there were a lot of stores that just had like no joke, like two or three. But there were some stores that had like no joke over 20. Um, but yeah, and then of course there were maybe like I would say about 15% of stores, maybe roughly around there, that had absolutely no PS5 stock. And it seemed regional. I can't remember any specific regions, but there were plenty of people who didn't see anything available, and they were there the moment it started.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
kind of common for Target too. Like they'll do that, like it's like a nationwide restock, but it's not really nationwide because it's not every single store.
right.
So yeah, it was definitely that way on Wednesday.
Yeah, it is pretty common, right? Like for it's only well, a lot of targets dropped on Wednesday. It was Wednesday, right? Do I got
It
the
was
day wrong?
Wednesday.
Okay.
No, you're right. They had done like maybe however many Fridays. It was like mostly Fridays for a while, but it was Wednesday this week for sure.
Okay, it was Wednesday this week. Now, guys, let me know in the chat, and I'll get to your chat in a little bit. You guys, if you have any questions for Stock Tracker, we'll answer them at the end of the stream. So make sure you can drop your questions if you want.
Yeah,
But
feel free.
for my area, okay, so guys, my area did drop targets. I mean, targets. Oh my god, they did. My the targets in my area did drop PS5s Wednesday. Now, how do I know that? This is something I've been telling people for a while now. Make sure you have the Hot Stock app installed on your phones because it's very reliable for PS5s. Now, I say that, but Stock Tracker, like, would you agree, man? Like, if people really want to be on top of other, besides
Hmm.
following you on Twitter, would
Yeah.
it be a good idea to download Hot Stock on their
Oh
phones?
yeah. I mean, my feeling about it is, if it's even if it's kind of like a false alarm sometimes, which it can be, it's still better than nothing, right? Like even a chance at it. So yeah, I would say, download it because it can sometimes be better when it's like a local store kind of situation. For instance, like if Target has like Switch, I don't know if it's really good with Switch yet, but you're going to get false alarms sometimes, and that's just going to happen. So you got to be kind of okay with that. But I say, it's a useful resource enough that I would install it just to have, and you can select specific things that you want to get alerts for. So like one thing that's been like triggering false alarms is the Microsoft site, and I know we're going to kind of get into Microsoft a little bit,
Oh
probably
yeah.
in the stream here.
Oh yeah.
But oh my gosh, yeah, that site, it's had so many problems. But yeah, you'll get like false alarms for just like pre-order add to cart appearing, and like if it's a false alarm, you'll find that out when you get there.
Right, right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jason Bourne, for the $5 super chat. Jason Bourne says, "Poop. I'll buy an Xbox just to trash it." Jason Bourne, will you really, man? Will you buy an Xbox?
We got to get that on stream too.
It's on here. Jason Bourne, let me ask you a legitimate question, man. Will you buy an Xbox just to trash it? Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Bourne last week told me to put my Xbox on, like, to set it on fire. So I'm not even surprised that he said that this week. But Shopful also super chatting $5. Thank you so much, Shopful, for the support. My dude says, "Hi guys, what's up with Target Xbox tomorrow? Is it in
Ooh,
store only or both walk in and online?" That's a, you know what? That's a really good
that's
question, Shopful, and that's a
yeah,
really good
that's a good
segue.
segue.
Exactly. Yeah. Stock Tracker is on the same wavelength as me. That is a hell of a good segue. Um, Target is being heavily rumored to have Xboxes in store tomorrow. But what about PS5, Stock Tracker? What about PS5, man?
Yeah, so I've been getting information even up until like the stream here about how this thing is going to work, and so it's not quite. like based on the information I'm getting right now, it's not quite what people might be thinking, and it's maybe a little bit more similar to what's going on with PS5, where not all stores are going to have any stock. You know, they might have 0 consoles, and then some stores will have, you know, maybe 2 or 3 consoles. But what's going to be happening tomorrow, based on what I've seen, is that Target will officially begin a new policy. That's what it is. It's like a new policy of selling Xbox consoles in store. PS5, from what I was told from the same source, is going to continue to be online for the time being, but Target as a company wants to move forward selling Xbox consoles in store, and as they receive them. So it'll be that maybe a store near you gets consoles on a Tuesday, and then somebody else, you know, their store gets them on a Friday. But basically, the way it was explained to me, will be starting tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's going to be the first day of it. And so if you want a chance at it, I would say just be there.
Oh, that's making me want to do a live stream. That's making me want to go at midnight tonight to a Target near me.
Oh yeah, I kind of, I'm wondering, you know, when the camping might start, because
Right.
that's the tricky thing, is it's not so much like Best Buy, which had actually given a list of all the different stores that would be doing it. It's kind of a maybe thing with Target. So you might end up waiting, and they might not have any actually in stock.
Right.
So it's not really a full like event. It's just more of a policy change. It's kind of weird. So I'm curious to see like what's the general percentage of stores that actually will get stock. Like, is it closer to 60% of stores will have stock, or maybe 80 would be actually better than I expect. But yeah, it's going to be kind of like scattered throughout the week, just depending on your location and things like that.
Okay, so it is gonna be like highly dependent on location then.
For sure, yeah. And the
Okay.
person I was talking to, they tend to, like, when they get PS5 consoles, they get way more PS5 consoles for the online sales than they ever get Xbox. And so they're going to have only 3 consoles for walk-in tomorrow. But it will be walk-in, yeah. So it
Right.
won't be an online purchase kind of thing.
Okay, so it's gonna be walk-in for tomorrow. Oh man, you know what? Guys in the chat,
It's
let
kind
me
of wild.
know. It is kind of wild because it's kind of, I mean, if for those of you who follow you on Twitter, they're not surprised, right? Because you've been kind of updating them. But it's kind of
Yeah,
wild,
there's been a
man.
lot of in-store action kind of happening.
Right. I kind of want to go to my Target right now. I did that for Best Buy. I went for the big in-store restock. And it was on a Thursday. I had to work the next day. I don't have to work tomorrow. So how many people in the chat want me to do a live stream from my local Target? I might be the only person there, but I'll live stream myself if you guys want. Just let me know. um Stock Tracker, man, thank you so much, dude, for the information. And guys, we still got that giveaway coming. Okay, so next one to retweet what I'm gonna tweet, you're gonna have $25 to use to GameStop online. You have to be here. That's a big thing. And also, you please give a chance to someone else who have not won. Okay, so with that said, uh, Stock Tracker, let me ask you, man. Now that you're here, when do you think Amazon? I know this is a really hard question, man, because Amazon is
Right.
like the wild card, you know. But when do you think Amazon could?
Always.
It's yeah, it's been the wild card for so many years now. But when do you think Amazon could drop the Halo Xbox, dude?
I'm really curious about that too. So for one, I do expect it to be a Prime exclusive kind of thing, because that's what they did with PS5 this last time around. So that's one thing. But a lot of people have Prime, so that's not going to be a huge barrier. Uh, I I've seen, you know, at least with PS5, Target tends to, or not Target, sorry, Amazon tends to restock PS5 generally between the 20th and the 25th of any given month. And so the question for me is, since we're kind of coming up to those dates, even in this coming week, is, you know, we get the 20th is a Wednesday. So it's possible there could be a PS5 restock with Amazon, either towards the end of next week or, you know, right as the next week starts. But they are very consistent about PS5 between the 20th and the 25th for disc in particular. So I'm curious if they would maybe push the Xbox off another week if they were going to try to keep that same pattern. So there's a lot of speculation involved, but at least based on their patterns before, disc PS5 is almost always between the 20th and the 25th. So it could be, that they push Xbox off a week, or they might try to do something crazy and just, do it all.
Right.
It's kind of
Yeah.
hard to say. They usually break it up though.
Yeah, Amazon is such a man. they
It can
like
be a
they like
pain.
to build
Yeah.
the anticipation, you know what I mean? Mike the
Oh,
dog,
for
thank you.
sure.
Mike the dog, thank you so much for the super chat. My dude, Mike the dog says so no more he's asking, so no more online orders and pickup for Target Xbox? I work a very early morning shift and can't go at opening.
Yeah, so to me, it does sound like a policy change. So you would probably expect that most of the consoles, I mean, they'll probably be gone within that first hour, which
Right.
is unfortunate. And I don't know if it's going to change. Like, I don't know if they'll like start doing online and in store. I think Target really struggles doing kind of two things at once.
Right.
Yeah, so for right now, it might just be switching to walk in, and they'll see how that goes. I think they're kind of experimenting a little bit too.
Okay. All right, man. Thank you so much, dude,
Yeah,
for
good
that.
question though.
Good question. Mike the dog, thank you so much for the support, my dude. Um let's go ahead and start talking about something that's, and people who have watched my streams in the past know that this irks me to no end, but
Mm.
there's been something that's been a problem for quite a bit of time now, and I'm trying to spread the news about that. But I really do not want to give any kind of exposure to these so-called cook groups. Cook groups have become a major problem, you guys. GameStop recently dropped a Halo Xbox bundle. I mean, they dropped 3 days in a row, right? On Tuesday, they had the Halo Series X on its own. Wednesday, they had the Elite controller, and then on Thursday, they had this crazy expensive bundle that was close to $1,000. But even $1,000 did not deter cook groups, guys. Cook groups are a problem, but I want to get Stock Tracker's opinion on this. Did GameStop get
Yeah.
cooked this past week?
Yeah, that's a pretty easy question to answer. Unfortunately, it's not something that used to happen as often, but basically every retail restock is a target at this point. And so, yeah, it was absolutely, totally cooked. There's no question about that. Yeah, I've seen some pretty crazy stuff. It doesn't take long to find some stuff like that. And yeah,
Man.
I don't know how effective GameStop is going to be really at any restocks coming soon. I'm feeling a little nervous. It was really bad. Their site continues to have some issues. Like I went and saw that they had a Xbox Series S bundle that has the add to cart button showing, but nobody can like add it to cart. So it's like, what the hell's going on over here? And that issue where, right, like, and everybody who was there knows that a lot of people were struggling with this. You couldn't even see the pre-order button. Like the pre-order button would never even light up unless you signed out. So their site just got totally destroyed, to the point that it wasn't even functioning properly. Yeah, it was bad. It absolutely did get bought out, and I would be comfortable in saying that probably 90% of those consoles went straight to none.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
yeah,
What
yeah. It went all the
percentage?
resellers basically. I mean, honestly, between 80 and 90% probably did go to resellers.
Oh my
It
god.
was that bad. I'm not kidding. And it's a shame, because yeah, like I said, like it didn't used to be so common that would happen with GameStop. It wasn't such a big target before, but now it's like, anything can turn that profit. And we're getting into the holiday season. Like there are people out there who are just piling on and just going to wait. They're just going to wait until a couple weeks before Christmas. So that's part of what we're dealing with out here. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Neil, I see that. Yeah. It said not available for a lot of people for the entire restock. and like you could try to add a different item to your cart to make pre-order show up, or you could try to sign out of your account, sign back in, or you close the browser and reopen it. And that worked for some people, but there was no like, one size fits all solution. Like it was just total madness trying to get the button to even show up for a lot of people.
Oh, that was something I was concerned about, but guys, Stock Tracker literally just confirmed it for us. Okay, unfortunately, cook groups are becoming a huge problem. So you can't beat yourself up for not winning at the GameStop drop that happened this past week. Jason
Oh,
Bourne, thank you
absolutely.
so much for the $5 super chat. Jason Bourne says, "I will buy an Xbox when I can, and then he's gonna record himself destroying it." Okay, thank you, Jason Bourne for. Jason Bourne is a huge PS5 fan, by the way, Stock Tracker, and I respect everybody's
He's
opinion.
offering some premium content right now. I would definitely take him up on that.
God dang, you know what? That's actually a good point. Jason, DM me on Twitter, dude. All right, we can do like a joint
Yeah,
video on my
let's
channel,
work
man.
something out.
Oh my days. Okay. So we're on the topic of cook groups. I need to ask you,
Yeah, and GameStop in particular. Yeah, GameStop was definitely destroyed this past week. I'll have to say, like the week before was kind of a good hint to how bad it could be, because they did the Xbox bundle, right? The Far Cry one that they had hyped up for almost a week solid.
Yep.
Like everybody knew it was going to happen, and that drop was the like one of the first times I ever saw that people were seeing add to cart at different times. Like some people didn't see it till like 13 minutes in, some people saw it 3 minutes in. Like it was crazy, and I think that's where it really started. That was the first signal, and it was a pretty good indicator of what the next week would be like with all these Halo drops.
Yeah, man. I mean, oh my god, that hurt my heart so much, dude, because I really want to help everyone who's following me get their Halo Xbox. Guys, it's not over yet, okay? It's not over yet, but it hurt me that a lot of people missed out on it because of these cook groups. But Stock Tracker, dude, is it true that Microsoft also got hit by these groups?
Yeah, Microsoft is completely owned. Uh, and this sucks, man. Like, this isn't the news I want to like break to anybody, but I'm definitely not going to sugarcoat it because
Right.
we're kind of all here on the front lines together. No, like same thing with Microsoft. It used to be that when a Microsoft restock would start, it would be right around 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, and maybe just a couple minutes after. And that checkout button, the little green button that would light up, you could get it to come back by refreshing the page, and then you get it into your cart. You could refresh your cart and then maybe check out, because they would kind of trickle out stock. Well, I mean, the the groups have it on lock. I mean, as soon as any little bit trickles out, it's snapped up every single time. And so anybody who's been seeing like pre-order or something like that flash with the Halo bundle or the controller, and then you get it into your cart and there's like no way you can ever check out. That's what's going on there. When that stock is trickling out, it's already gone. Um, yeah, and it's like the button, if anything, is just delayed. It's not catching up to the fact that that bit of stock that trickled out was already bought in the back end. So that's what's going on there. That's why Microsoft went from being really consistent and really good to being absolutely terrible. It happened pretty quickly too. It's not so reliable anymore.
It did happen really fast, man. And you know what? I just remembered something. GameStop answered you on Twitter, and
That
they
was a
answered
trip.
you.
I tried to be nice. I tried to be nice. I was
But
like, you guys got to know what's going on, like the problems that we saw. You know, I was
yeah,
surprised they responded. Yeah.
and they did respond. And what was the response, man?
Oh man, I could bring it up, but
I
they were
mean,
saying
like
they basically had said,
yeah,
yeah, it
they
was
said
something
something
like
about like, well, we can take
that
care of we can take care of bot orders or something like that, right?
it was more that if it was so there was an issue where somebody had told me that people could be non-members and they could cart and check
Oh,
out.
that's
And
right.
GameStop was saying, oh, no, like if you were able to cart, if you were a non member, you wouldn't be able to check out and it would clear your cart. but the whole point was that you shouldn't even be able to cart it, right? If you're not a member, that's how GameStop always was before.
That's
Like
right.
you couldn't cart the console at all unless you were signed into a pro account. Otherwise, you would click on the button and it says, please be a pro member in order to sign in for early access, whatever. Um, Different story now. Like it was the issue where if you were signed out, you could see the pre-order button, and if you signed in, it would go away for a lot of people. And GameStop was essentially trying to say like, oh, it doesn't even matter if it added to your cart. If you're a non-member, you wouldn't be able to complete the purchase. And we can't really know that for sure because I personally wasn't like logged out and trying to get through checkout or something like that. But I had somebody told me that that button showing up was no joke. That people who were not signed in potentially actually did add to cart and completed a purchase. So we can't confirm that for sure, but
Okay.
it would explain a little bit of why that button was showing up for people who weren't signed in, but it would disappear when you were signed in. It was messed up. I mean, those of us who were there know
Right.
know how stupid that was. That shouldn't have happened.
Right. That's right. It was a response to non-pro members. That's right. Being able to check out. Guys, if you didn't see that response, make sure you're following Stock Tracker over on Twitter. His link is in the description. He got in. I mean, GameStop answered him. You guys. I mean, there's a reason why GameStop answered this man because he's very important in the restock community. Guys, we still got a lot to go with Stock Tracker, and including what he thinks about Best Buy's Total Tech program, ways to spot a fake account on Twitter because there's a plethora of fake accounts on Twitter, you guys trying to sell us PS5s, and also who could be the next to drop the Halo Xbox. In-store sales, how important in-store sales is going to be for us coming up to the holiday season. And also, you guys, a lot more to come with Stock Tracker, and also I'm gonna stay after with you. I'll stay afterwards with you guys for the after party so we can chat it up a little bit, and also we're gonna try to answer our the Q&A that's happening in the chat. If Stock Tracker is cool with it, we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. But yeah, you guys, give me give me a little bit of like a break, and we're gonna come back with those topics. Thank you so much for being here. And also, Jason Bourne with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Jason Bourne. My dude says I will buy 3 Halo Xboxes to give away. Hey, give one to me, man. Give one to Stock Tracker. We'll give it away for you, man. Don't you worry yourself done. Thank you so much for being here. My microphone was on mute. I've embarrassed myself. But guys, thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. And we are doing the giveaway, and how to win is in the chat. So we gave away a $25 digital gift card to GameStop, and I'm gonna announce the winner in just a little bit. We have a very special guest, you guys. Stock Tracker is in the house, a huge restock account on Twitter. So if you should be following this man, if you're not following him, the link to his Twitter is in the description down below, you guys. If you want a PS5, if you want a Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch OLED, he's got you guys. But Stock Tracker, man, he's still with us. So the next topic that we want to talk about is there's a lot of scammers, man, fake accounts on Twitter, my dude. A lot of them.
I think there are more fake accounts than real accounts. Yeah.
Exactly. It's crazy, but there is more. And I need to know, man. You know, some of these accounts, I don't know if you've noticed, Stock Tracker, are verified accounts, my dude. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are basically the worst ones. Yeah. There are too many of those.
Oh my god. The worst ones are the ones that are verified.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, and if you think about it too, it's like, especially with people who are unfamiliar with Twitter, they assume, hey, the check mark, it says it's verified. I mean, even if you go over and kind of highlight the thing, it's like, oh, this is like a government official or like, entity or something like that. But it's something that people trust. And yeah, they're verified accounts, but they're not trustworthy in the least. And especially if they call themselves a PlayStation representative or official PlayStation seller, like it's not legit.
Oh my gosh, dude. And so you mentioned a few ways to spot them. Is there anything else we should be on the lookout when trying to spot? I mean, anybody who's trying to sell you anything on Twitter, do not buy from them, you guys. But is there any other thing that we can like be on the lookout for when it comes to these fake
Yeah.
stock accounts?
So a couple of things. They're kind of they're like the scam accounts themselves. And then there are the burner accounts that they use to act like what they're doing is actually legit. So when you see, say, if I tweet something out, there are like bot accounts that respond to my tweets that actually have me blocked, so I can't actually see them. So there would be
Oh.
like 5 different tweets in response to mine that I can't even see. And they're like, go to this guy. He'll sell you a PS5 at retail, or sell you an Xbox at retail. And it's totally not. It's the worst, man. And that's the thing, is like I can't even see them unless somebody comments after them. Um, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they're like programmed to. I mean, they're set to follow many different stock tracking accounts, and they just spam. You know. So my recommendation, I just got to throw this out there, is please report them anytime you see them. That's one of the most important things. Blocking them, it keeps you from having to deal with them, but reporting them as often as you can is the best way to actually get them shut down.
That's a very good point. Report these accounts, you guys. You gotta report them. You can't just comment like, "Hey, don't listen to this guy." You gotta report them. But what I found interesting that you just said, dude. So you and me can block these accounts, but that doesn't do anything like to what like other people can still see them on our profile.
Oh yeah, yeah. So they'll still be able to like comment and stuff, and so it's really weird. They have and they'll have multiple accounts that they have. So say like there's this scam account that has the verified check and everything, and then they have maybe 30 to 50 or more different accounts that look like they're just regular people who are saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, don't bother with restocks. I just contact this guy." And so if even if we do block them and they aren't able to really access our information anymore, they're just going to replace it with another account. Like it's the easiest thing in the
Oh.
world for them to have all of these. But when those accounts have us blocked, like they choose to block us before we ever see them, we don't see when they comment. Yeah, we can't see their comments unless
Oh.
somebody comments after them.
But the people that follow us can still see them?
Yeah, the people who follow us can see them. And yeah, if they preemptively block us, we won't see when they comment. We might see that there is a comment, but we can't actually see what it is.
That's terrible, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it's crazy. Like I wish I could just, you can hide those messages if they don't have you blocked. But if they have you blocked, like you can't remove the message. You can't even really
Oh.
report it. You
Oh
just have
my
to go
god.
to that account and then report them for being a fake account or for scamming. Yeah, that's the best thing you can really do, because like just blocking them doesn't really stop them.
That doesn't make me feel good at all, dude. Because I mean, like, see, I did not know that. That's freaking insane, guys. You have to report
It's
these
messed up, man.
accounts.
It's like an inherent flaw. It's an inherent flaw in what Twitter does. They just don't have, they don't have enough as far as intervention for this kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, that looks like crap if somebody like that is commenting, but yet you can't see it. Like, somebody
Right.
who's not
Well, and
familiar.
people will get, yeah, it's like people will get mad at maybe us because
Oh.
we're not calling them out, but we can't actually see them, in a lot of those cases. So it sucks. Like I want to call them out, you know what I mean? And I will when I do see them.
Right.
It's crazy, man. They shouldn't be able to do that.
Oh my god, guys, this is a huge revelation to me. I swear I did not know this. This is insane. Guys, you gotta report these accounts, man. Get them away from Twitter. Even though I like you said, like one goes down and then like 10 more pop up because of burner accounts and crap. That's
Yeah.
that's frustrating, dude.
Yeah, so just, I mean, word to the wise, never ever send your money to any Twitter account. Like, I've had people, and this is really sad, is like people get really close to trying to send them money and they don't get to that point, but they already gave them, say, their shipping address. I mean, how do you feel knowing that a scammer has your shipping address? That's scary, man. So
That
it's
is
just not worth it. And
scary.
it's not just money, you know, it's not just money at that point. It's a lot bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
not worth it.
it is scary, dude, because these you never know how far these accounts will take it. You know, they could send you a letter like me, I could get a letter thinking it was like from an ex-girlfriend wanting me back, right? In reality, it's one of these accounts that have my address, dude. Or is that taking it too far? I took it too far, right?
It's possible, man. I don't know.
I think I took it a little bit too far. Anyways, shout out to my ex-girlfriend. No, hey, I forgive you. I forgive. Anyways, oh my god,
You're good.
that's scary, guys. That is scary, but that was a huge revelation that we just found out here and you guys saw.
Yeah,
Um,
and a lot of people on Twitter don't know it. That's the thing, you know, and like they'll fall for it just because they're not familiar with the platform.
exactly. And that's what sucks, dude, is because we're getting closer to the holidays. We're getting a lot more like parents who and I've had people on the channel and on Twitter like they DM me and they're like, "Oh, I don't know anything about Twitter, but I'm here because I hope you can help me find this console without me having to pay a scalper." And I tell right away, I tell them, don't ever send money to anybody trying to sell you something on Twitter. And I think, unfortunately, we're getting more and more and more people who aren't familiar with it, especially closer to the holidays. They're desperate to try to get one for a loved one, and it's not good, you guys. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I mean, desperation, you know, like makes us do things that we wouldn't usually do. And you just like, especially after a restock. I mean, I tell you, like this is what I've seen the whole time is like that's when the scammers come out to play is when a restock is done because that's when people are at their, you know, peak frustration.
Right.
And that's when you're more likely to, you know, do something that you'll end up regretting. So, you
Yeah,
know, restocks suck sometimes, and my recommendation is always step away. Don't try to chance your money on any kind of scam account out there.
exactly, man. And speaking of scammers, speaking of people trying to steal money from us, I talked about this earlier this week, and I think Stock Tracker was here, in the background listening to what I was saying. There is something that Best Buy is doing that ticked me off, and people who saw me on Wednesday already know how I feel about it. And it's also very dependent on if you can find value in this total tech program, you guys, that Best Buy is doing. Total tech program, in case you're unfamiliar, it's $200 a year. But you get like Geek Squad protection for all major electronics that you purchase during the membership. But what they added recently was being able to buy a next gen console. And I wanted to ask Stock Tracker, what do you think about Total Tech, man? What do you think about Total Tech? Is this something? I mean, what do you like? Yeah, and feel
Yeah.
free to let me know what you think about it.
Yeah, I've kind of gone through like different cycles of emotions about Total Tech and like this whole situation. Um, I mean, of course, the first thing is first is that it's another paywall, right? Like people didn't want to have to deal with a $15 membership, you know, for a year over at GameStop. But I mean, $200 a year definitely takes the cake. Uh, so there's
That's a
that,
lot of
right?
money.
That's yeah. I mean, geez, dude, like that's yeah, yeah. That's money you could use for all kinds of different stuff. So I mean, $200 a year. It really does depend on who you are, though, and that's what I've been seeing. The more I've looked over what the program offers, like installation for some things, you know, discounts for certain items. You can get discounts on repairs and stuff. So I mean, there's a lot of benefits to it. And I know the one of the biggest ones that people talk about is Apple Care. So like I
Yeah.
don't have any Apple products, and I think that's what you were saying too, Matt. Is like you know like you wouldn't use it. Like I personally would never use Apple Care because I just don't happen to have any Apple products. But for people who do have Apple products, apparently it's a really good service. I can't speak to it myself, but I only hear good things about Apple Care. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
yeah, somebody reached out on
there are different value points.
exactly. Yeah, somebody reached out on Twitter. I did a poll recently asking, how is this worth it to you guys? And somebody was like, if you're an Apple owner or like an iPhone owner, it's totally worth it. But yeah, like for me personally, I don't own anything Apple, and I literally buy TVs every 10 years, you know what I mean? But also I do understand why people think it is because somebody on Wednesday they joined the stream and they were like, "Well, I have a big family and I buy appliances all year around." And so for them it was a good deal because they were able to get the Geek Squad protection for like I guess thousands dollars worth of appliances. But it like it really is dependent on the person. Me personally, I don't find any value in this, but that's just me. So that you guys can let us know
Yeah,
in the
it
chat.
depends on what kind of consumer you are.
Right. Right. Yeah, it really does depend on the type of consumer. um but speaking of Total Tech Best Buy, stock tracker, this is something that I feel is going to happen, and you can totally let me know if you disagree. But what I kind of think, and this is a prediction, you guys, this is not anything set in stone, it's not confirmed. I believe on Monday we're gonna see the Halo Xbox come up for pre-order, exclusively for Total Tech members, and this is just based on things that I reported on in the past. Which Best Buy, everybody was saying, and even Best Buy themselves said how, ladies and gentlemen, October 18th, we're gonna launch the Total Tech program. But now we know they launched it last Monday, which came as a surprise to me. But Stock Tracker, when do you think, Best Buy being one of the places, when do you think the next time would be that we could see the Halo Xbox drop, and by who?
Yeah, so I think you're right on the money. I think this coming week does look pretty likely. And I think Woody Bros over here in the chat, he tagged us in that screenshot chat with a Best Buy rep. And it does look like they confirmed that it is going to be a Total Tech exclusive kind of thing.
Oh, did they?
So there's that. Yeah, I think we're tagged in the screenshot, and that's what it looked like, is that it's confirmed that it's going to be behind Total Tech.
Yeah.
And I think the rep also said, and this is a thing about customer service we definitely have to put out as a disclaimer, is like a lot of times they tell us stuff that is just not accurate.
Uh-huh.
So, with a grain of salt, of course, but this rep did say Halo Xbox would be a Total Tech thing and that it would be going live this coming week.
Okay.
So that's a screenshot worth looking at. Anybody who's really looking for that one. Yeah, and like I said, customer service is kind of hit or miss, but
Okay.
sometimes they tell you 100% the truth. So it's worth considering.
Okay.
So yeah, I think this coming week is very possible, and Mondays are actually pretty common for Best Buy.
Right. Birdman, thank you so much for hiding that chatter. Guys, don't try to sell anything in the chat, please. Don't do it, man. You know, don't try to sell anything. So Birdman, thank you so much. Fellow moderators did their job. I appreciate them. And very good information from Stock Tracker, you guys. Um, Man, I'm so hyped that you're here, my dude. I don't want to let you go. But I
I'm
do
having a
have,
good time. This is cool. It's good hanging out with you guys.
hell yeah. Um Now we talked about Halo Xbox at Best Buy, and I need to ask Stock Tracker, and this is something that's become more. I agree totally with the fact that, guys, this is the thing, and I know you can let us know in the chat how you feel about this. Me personally, I want to see more in-store sales, just like the one that Stock Tracker told us about tomorrow via Target. You guys, we need to see more in-store sales. Stock Tracker, how important do you feel in-store sales of these next gen, or I mean, not should I call them next gen? I don't know if I should be calling them current gen because it's been over a year now, or it's gonna be a year now,
I know. I
right?
know it's over a year, right? And it's still like, oh, the next thing.
Yeah. So how important do you feel in-store sales are, man? Like for PS5, Xbox, OLED?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's becoming more and more important, right? Because we saw what happened this past week, with the Halo Xbox. I mean, even that 900 something dollar bundle on Thursday was just, completely bought it and gone. And so it kind of does seem that retailers also want to move towards in-store, like we've been seeing with the OLED over the past couple of days. A lot of GameStop locations, um, Walmart locations, even some Target stores, and occasionally a Best Buy. They've had OLED consoles in store, and I think they're trying to allocate maybe greater than 50% of their stock to have it in stores. And they'll probably still have online sales, but I think in general, especially with things like the Xbox Series X and the PS5 consoles, those really do kind of need to move in the direction of being in store, even if they have to take, a couple weeks off to build up the stock so that it's not such a crazy event.
Right.
But I think we need more retailers to be on board with that idea for it to be less hectic. But it's like when you have consoles going up online, and those consoles are being, bought in massive orders. Like some of these accounts, some of these people can buy 30 to 50 consoles using this software, and it's insane. It's absolutely insane, and it shouldn't be able to happen, and it wouldn't be able to happen if you were just waiting in line. I mean, yeah, imagine somebody walking out with 50 consoles. It wouldn't happen. So
Exactly.
yeah, my thoughts have changed on that quite a bit. Yeah.
I totally agree, man. Totally agree. Guys, I know a lot of people are against in-store sales, but the way Stock Tracker just told us, guys, it's getting worse. It's getting worse as we get closer to the holidays with these cook groups, with scalpers. It's getting worse, and one way to remedy that is being able to go into or wait in line at a store, even though I know it's very inconvenient for a lot of people, but this is one way to kind of guarantee us that we can have a fair shot at these consoles rather than going online and trying to fight these bots that are becoming more prevalent as time goes on. Stock tracker, we got some chatters asking some stuff. Is it cool if I go over a couple of those with you?
Yeah, let's open it up for sure.
Okay. So I saw something right now. Okay, Zack Attack, you made it in a little bit late in the chat, my dude, but he's asking, wait, what? There's in-store sales at Target tomorrow?
Oh yeah, so the thing with Target, and yeah, this is for anybody who kind of joined a little bit later. This is something we talked about early on. I've gotten information from Target sources that basically, as a company, Target's moving towards selling just Xbox in stores, but PS5 will continue to be like those online events, like early in the morning, just like this past Wednesday. So the other thing with Target is that tomorrow they're not doing like a massive nationwide restock. It's just going to be, if the store has consoles, they're going to be selling them tomorrow morning, and so it's going to be first come first serve if the store has stock.
Okay. Right, for
Yeah,
it,
it
there.
definitely won't be every store.
Yeah, Zack Attack. That's important, my dude. It's not gonna be a restore, man. I don't know what time zone you're in, but I would recommend calling up your targets like right now before they close. Ask for the manager, or if you can, go in person, my dude, because some targets are not even really wanting to answer stuff over the phone. Go in person before.
That's true.
Yeah, go in person before you want to like start camping out. You know what I mean? Um, and then we had oh, you're welcome, Zack Attack. You're welcome, my dude. I got you. We got you. We got you. Oh, Zack Attack is in Eastern, so for him it's already 8 p.m. Oh man, dang. I think, well, Targets, I don't know. I think they close earlier because of the pandemic. But if you want to give him a call first, Zack Attack. Um, Texas Rattler, what's going on, my dude? Says Halo Xbox should have been strictly in-store pre-orders. Daniel Joe, what's going on? Says regardless of which retailers Daniel, okay, let me see. Nonchalant, what's going on, my dude? Says, I think demand overall for OLED is lower than for PS5 and Xbox, though. Just looking at the volume of tweets per hour, OLED isn't turning as many heads. Accolade Arcade, what's going on, dude? Says, it's been a minute. Oh, saying what's up to Nonchalant. Slicked, what's going on, dude? Says, maybe show up before they open. Nonchalant says, what's up, Accolade? How you living, dude? Stock Tracker, my dude. I need to say thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate you and your time. I know you're a busy man. You know, with somebody close to 80,000, or I think already 80,000 followers on Twitter, I'm just mind boggled that he made time for us tonight, you guys. This is amazing. I'm still freaking out. But Stock Tracker, before you leave us, man, do you want to say what's up to everybody? Or, like, do you want to say anything?
Oh, yeah.
Before?
Yeah, man, it's a blast getting to catch up with you guys. And I mean, I personally plan to do this more often. I'll be on basically anytime you have me, especially over the weekends. It's good for us to be able to like get together, decompress, kind of strategize, see what the week holds ahead. We don't always know what's going to come up, but sometimes we do get information like with Target and stuff. And yeah, if you guys ever have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Twitter too. Like, we're there.
Oh man, guys, you need to follow this man immediately, okay? He's one of the real ones. Like I said once, and I'll say it again, the Twitter tracking accounts that follow me and I follow back, that's very important. I follow them back. Believe you me, I trust these people, you guys. You need to follow them. Keep your alerts on for them. I trust them 100%. Dude, Stock Tracker, man, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, dude.
Love you too, brother. I really appreciate you guys just hanging out and everything, and don't give up the fight. It's going to be tough out there, and just know that, when it comes to battling the bots, when it comes to battling the scalping, when it comes to battling scammers, like, we got a whole community of people here. We can do this. It's okay. And if you got to step away, if you got to take a break from restocks, that's a really big thing. It takes a lot out of a person, so be good to yourself out there. That's kind of the most important thing. It can be really rough.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I couldn't say it any better myself. Stock Tracker, thank you so much for being here. And chat, I'm going to be back with my closing thoughts, and we're going to reflect on what we just talked about. Oh my God, what a plethora of information we learned tonight. And chat, I'm going to be right back with you, okay? And holy crap. Holy crap. In case you guys did not get here in time for what Stock Tracker got to tell us, oh my heavens to Betsy, you guys, what a plethora of information he told us, you guys. This is gonna be available for replay, okay? I'm not gonna take it down, so if you guys missed it, you can replay it. Congratulations to MDK God 43 for winning our $25 digital gift card to GameStop. Congratulations, my dude. He hasn't won from us before, and I make sure to write down everyone who's won. He hasn't won, so congratulations, MDK God 43, the first one to retweet the last tweet that I did. But for those of you who participated, thank you so much for the support. It's not the last time, not by a long shot, that I'll be giving away stuff on the channel, including, you guys, November 20th is gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a Saturday, and we're gonna start it a little bit earlier. We're gonna start it at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because that's the day we're gonna give away a Halo Xbox Series X. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be sweet. Jason Bourne says, what? Caesar Garcia says, I also have that Mario Tennis. I'll get more later. Birdman says, oh hell yes, Metroid Dread Game of the Year, baby, at Caesar Garcia. Yes, Jason, I literally just messaged you on Twitter, my dude. Slick says, bro, Target tripping. Target is tripping, but if you guys were here for the stream, they're tripping enough to start doing in-store sales tomorrow. And I'm thinking, you guys, about the thing is, like, oh man, I haven't slept in 2 days. I don't know if I can make it out to Target. I want to do a live stream for my Target. I can't promise I'll give away burgers because I'm broke as a joke. But thank you so much to the super chatters, by the way, for not only paying for burgers for those of you, those gamers that were waiting at Best Buy that time they did in-store sales, but also for helping me pay for the Halo Xbox, you guys. We're giving it away alongside Killer Cam 1020. And how to win is in the description. Guys, we're about what, like 40 minutes away from Spawnwave. Wow, I love Spawnwave. Why did I forget their name? Slick says, but what time? Because my target opens at 8. Well, people are gonna start waiting in line like way before then, Slicks. Way before then, my dude. I just don't, and we talked about it, you guys. How many consoles your target will have is gonna be highly dependent on your store, okay? Highly dependent on your store. Please do not go there thinking they're gonna have 40, because that may not be the case. And if your Target store is cool, they'll slap how many they have on the front door. That way you're not waiting there for nothing. But if you guys want to go ahead and wait in line at Target, the thing I learned from when I went to my Best Buy in-store sales, the day that Best Buy had in-store sales, the most of the information about how many consoles, about like if I had a good chance, were given to me by the people who got there really early. And I'm talking about getting up to the first person in line and asking them, and then asking everybody behind him, okay? That's how I learned that the people who were waiting that day had a really good chance. The thing is, it's highly dependent on your target, you guys. I'm telling you right now. It's highly dependent on the target in your area. You're welcome, Jason. You can give it to someone who really needs it. Jason Bourne, why did I have a feeling that you were gonna say that, my dude? Are you sure? Are you sure, Jason Bourne? If that's the case, I'll go on to the next person who retweeted. But they have to be here, though. They have to be here. Are you sure? Oh, I had 6 people retweet. MDK God, are you sure? Also, you guys, if you retweet it, I appreciate, your support. But also, if you've won before, we're gonna give another person a chance. Jason Bourne says yes. Okay, we'll go ahead and give it to someone else. We're gonna see if they're still here with us, because I do like to give it away to peeps that are, like to support the channel, and the ones who support it are the ones that stick around. So we're gonna go on to the next person who retweeted my tweet, which is just that one guy. Just that one guy. Are you in the house, my dude? Let us know. Cesar Garcia says the Xbox fridge is gonna get scalped. Guys, do not buy the Xbox fridge from a scalper. I plead with you guys. Do not. I repeat, do not buy it from a scalper. It's gonna be readily available until after December, though. That's the thing. Yeah, just that one guy is still in the house, man. Congratulations, dude. Jason Bourne was the one who won it. But he said give it to someone else. So Jason Bourne, I appreciate you, dude. And just that one guy is the winner, you guys, of the $25 digital gift card to GameStop. Thank you guys so much for being supporters of the channel. Like I said, I don't give away double prizes, okay? So I give it away to people who have never won on the channel. So just that one guy has never won. And how do I know that? Well, first of all, I save every Twitter interaction I have with everybody, and I also write down the winners. So just that one guy. Congratulations, dude. I'll get in contact with you. Daniel Joe says congrats. Ellie says thankfully the Xbox fridge isn't going to be limited edition. There will be restocks. There will be restocks, my guys. There will. Accolade says, all right, I'm gonna head out, continue my 40 pages of government homework. Thanks for doing what you do. Good luck on the homework, Accolade. School first. School first. Okay, Caesar says thank you guys so much for the positivity. I love it. I love you guys. I love you guys. And with that said, we're gonna see you Monday for our weekly gaming restock stream of the week, and we're gonna have this for replay in case you missed it. Until we see you next time, stay safe, stay awesome. You're cool, guys. We're gonna see you later, man. Yeah.